السلام عليكم. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم، والصلاة والسلام على أشرف المرسلين، السيد رئيس جامعة مولاي إسماعيل، أيها الحضور الكريم كل واحد باسمه وصفته. يسعدني أن أشارككم هذه التظاهرة العلمية التي تكتسي أهمية كبيرة. أرحب بكم اليوم باسم كلية الآداب والعلوم الإنسانية بمكناس، وأرحب على وجه الخصوص بالوجوه البارزة في هذا المؤتمر الدولي الأول الذين يعتبرون روادا من رواد التكنولوجيا والقانون والاقتصاد والتعليم التي ساهمت في الإشعاع العلمي على المستوى الوطني والدولي بصيتها الكبير والمتميز، ما يجعل هذا اللقاء يكتسي طابع الاعتراف بالخدمات الجليلة التي أسدوها لبلدانهم. أرحب بكم مرة أخرى، وآمل أن تكون هذه الاستضافة وهذه الجلسة العلمية حول موضوع التكنولوجيا، القانون والتعليم بين الواقع والمستقبل على دور الجامعة المغربية في هذا الميدان، ودورها كذلك في الانفتاح على التجارب الدولية. كما أتمنى لطلابنا الاستفادة من المداخلات التي تتناول هذه الندوة الدولية. والآن سأقدم مداخلتي باللغة الإنجليزية ما دامت تكتسي طابعا دوليا إن سمحتم. Dear Mr. President of Moulay Ismail University, dear distinguished speakers, participants, students, ladies and gentlemen, it is a great pleasure for us to participate in this international online conference hosted in Morocco and particularly in Bemknaas. On behalf of our university, Moulay Ismail University of Bemknaas, would like to welcome you all, our distinguished speakers and participants, be it international or national. We are pretty sure that the present conference has featured experts, academics and researchers in the field of technology, law, economics, and education. As relevant, pertinent, and visionary as it stands, the choice of this year's conference theme, technology, law, and education, is well thought out and well chosen. I would like to thank all the participants in this international conference for their time and the trouble they have taken to contribute to the success of the event. I'm quite sure that their contribution will be an asset to the three-day conference. Particularly, I would like to thank Dr. Hassan Sabi, the president of Moulay Ismail University, Dr. Talal Abu Ghazala, Dr. Rashid Yazami, Dr. Diego Cajas, Dr. Rusan Makasha Jvili, Dr. Muhammad bin Nasser, Dr. Muhammad Bouzlafa, Muhammad Amin, Dr. Samir Bouzwita, and Dr. Bushra Ennia. So we hope you will enjoy listening to presentations that will be delivered by our distinguished speakers. I should point out that this conference would not have seen light without the tremendous efforts and the dedication of our young teacher and researcher and the conference chair, Professor Nabil Belmiki, who has been doing an excellent job, and for having brought all these people together. Would like to thank him warmly in spite of the difficulties and health issues his father is undergoing right now. Our prayers are with him and wish him a speed recovery. I should extend my sincere thanks to the organizing committee for the diligent work they have made. And if you allow me, I would like to share with you my presentation. Let me see if I can do this. See Nabil?
Yes, you can.
It's very short. Okay. Can you see my presentation?
Sure. Yes.
So, like globalization, COVID-19 has imposed itself in the world economy and education. So ICT or technology is a must to have access in higher education. It's a must. It's something that is mandatory nowadays. So I think families know about these IC tools wherever you go. Okay, it's something that is common. Okay, it has become a commodity in our daily life, and it leads to significant increases in the quantity and range of information that can be readily accessed. So it is, or it has been used worldwide. It has become part of an educational culture. Okay, it is an important factor to an effective teaching and learning. So it has been used in teaching and learning operation. So its integration in the classroom can positively, no doubt, transform teaching and learning. However, there are challenges and there are constraints due to the dearth of ICT resources and sometimes the shaky attitudes of people. Not everybody, I think, as it has been mentioned by Professor Yazami, not everybody has a cell phone and not everybody has a PC. And if we follow the principles and rules of the United Nations, like in L1, I mean, this L1 should be used as a means of instruction of every single child on the globe. So it's exactly the same that every person on this planet should have a PC. And this is what will make the task of the integration of an ICT globally a challenge. Anyway, so what we need to do as administrators, teachers, we need to prepare our students to perform tasks and solve problems in digital environments. We need to prepare them to survive socially, to equip them to use technical, cognitive, and psychological and sociological skills to be ready for that. So teachers are no longer the sole providers of knowledge and information. And I think Dr. Tala Abu Ghazala said exactly the same thing. So learning is not limited to space. I mean, everybody can, or anyone can get information here and there. So the use or non-use of ICT might affect your philosophy of education. I think all teachers should, they have no choice but to use, I mean, the ICT. So it has become your part of philosophy of education. If you use it, it's part of your. If you don't use it, it would be part of your philosophy of teaching and education in general. So why do you think people nowadays should switch to technology or to ICT? Alash, there are three reasons, as mentioned or as given by English, and three simple reasons as they are. First, it's cheaper. Second, it's faster. And then it means the speed of knowledge can be reached wherever you are, dissemination. And then the third one, it's better. I mean, they improve the quality of program offered, the quality of information provided is better. So these are some of the examples we can do with ICT. So communication among the staff, as well we doing within the administration staff and teaching staff. And this has been my personal experience. So enrollment, registration of students, it has become something that is normal, a commodity right now in all educational institutions. Accessibility to library resources and services, provision of feedback on progress provided by teachers to their students, and then provision of responses to administrative and academic queries, if there are any queries, so students can have access to the internet and get feedback from their teachers and from the administration. So you can also conduct assessment and provision of results. So presentation skill, it has been shown by research that presentation skill can be enhanced to a maximum. And what we should bear in mind is that 80% of information enter our brains visually, while only 20% of information is learned orally. And this is what gives gives priority, if I may say, to presenting information visually and to digital literacy, etc. So ICT is an effective means of communication. Nobody can doubt about it. Okay, and I would cite some few examples like in spaces and interactive multimedia. So now it's possible for a student to have access to, for example, the spaces program, the statistical package for social sciences, and then they can understand and learn a lot about these programs. And research also has shown that students learn better from computer than from the textbooks. So this research was backed up by Becker and Ravitis. So students find it also easier to work with the keyboard than with a pencil or a pen. And I think this is again backed up with research. And this is an example taken from Miller, 1992. It has also shown that the increased connection among different regions of the world. And I think this present conference is a case in point. I think we can have access to, and then you have Professor Nabil Milki has been able to connect all of us all together from Singapore to Kiev, Ukraine, to Ecuador, to different parts of the world. And I think this is an asset, and this is one of the positive aspects of this conference. So are we ready for this change? This is a challenge, and I think we have to be ready for this change. So we need to help them unshackle their mind. It means that we need to give the opportunity, and I like the quote of Professor Yazemi, that we need to give chance to students to innovate, to bring, to be creative, to be proactive, to take initiative. So we as administrators and teachers, we should not shackle their minds. Okay, so give them freedom to create. So as a conclusion, because I don't want to be too long in this introductory speech, effective teachers are the ones who make important connections among theory, research, and practice of ICT, and prepare themselves for the challenges that come with learning, teaching, and using new ICT strategies. Again, no wonder then if the nature and the value of ICT should continue to be the subject of public interest and scholarly inquiry. And this conference is a case in point again. So what we should do is we have to think global and act locally. And this is how I would like to end my presentation. And once again, thank you so much for your attention. And that's fair enough. Thank you, Professor Nabil Bilmiki.
Thank you very much, Professor Dr. Lروز Mohammed, the Dean of Faculty of Arts and Human Sciences. And thank you very much for joining us and be with us here today. I'm very honored and proud to see my teacher with us. شكرا جزيلا لكم دكتور محمد لروز على وجودكم معنا وعلى هذه الكلمة الرائعة لإلقاء كلمة افتتاحية لهذا المؤتمر الدولي الأول في موضوع التكنولوجيا، القانون والتعليم بين الواقع والمستقبل.